Homie hopping. Should you disclose any friends that you have history with to your partner? If so, when?
I
don't. Yo.
Hello. What's up, co-workers? Thank you for joining us on another episode of the We Outside After Work podcast. I am your host, Dana.
I'm your boy, Aaron. And we got special guests in the building. Dana, why don't you introduce them for us?
Yes, we got Brandy and Christian from the Spill It game today. So we are excited to have you guys on. This is going to be a fun episode. We're playing their very own game they created. So let's have some fun.
Shout out to the entrepreneurs out there in the world. But before we do our introductions, we're going to jump right into it. All right?
Yeah.
Now, this game, it get a little spicy. So we're going to start it off with a yellow card. All right. So for everybody outside, y'all going to join us. Y'all can answer the questions and any of our comments. If y'all want to, feel free to chime in. All right. So I'm going to read the card. Y'all tell me what color y'all want to pick. All right. And then we're going to go from there. So If you had no morals, how would you make money? Oh, they look intense.
Like she got something. So yeah, let's start with Christian. What would you do?
I say this every single time we play this question because I really mean it with my whole chest. I would be a madam of a brothel, but I'd be a chivalrous, queen. So they'd have health insurance, they have 401ks and stuff, but I'd be a female pimp a little bit,
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that.
So wait, are you pimping women or are you pimping men?
All of the above. We don't discriminate.
Okay.
We got a menu. It's diverse.
You got a stable.
A menu.
A menu.
I like that though. Like it gives people options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brandy, what are you doing?
Okay, I love this question. Honestly, I would be like a private hitman. Like
You would kill people?
Yeah, okay, but only like for hire, and it needs to be a good cause. Like it needs to have some type of moral ground to it, quotation marks.
Okay.
But like if I could travel the world and be like a sniper, put me in coach. Like
wait, what's an example of like a moral code, like a reasoning to get rid of somebody?
Like a rapist.
yeah, like somebody has done like completely bad to this person, or just like maybe corporate criminal, like top of the chain, like this person absolutely needs to go for change to be made.
Ooh.
It could be like a verbal like abuse, like assault abuse, for women, etc. I would be like good causes, but I would definitely.
So she the death penalty, basically. That's what she is.
I like that. Because we need somebody to put things in order.
Okay.
That's what jail is for.
Sometimes it's not
Sometimes
enough.
people don't need to be in jail.
Sometimes the system don't be working.
Get them out of
Cut the cord. Get them out of here.
Yeah, because they come out and do the same thing. So I agree.
I'm gonna go. What I would do with no morals, I would just be like a straight up bank robber. Honestly, like I'm a real simple person, right? Just get in there, do what I gotta do, get this money.
What if you get caught?
For real.
I'm not gonna get caught because I don't have no morals, so I can just kill people.
Oh.
Like I'll just if you're on my way. Like it's not gonna be no questions asked. I'm not gonna go in there and say, "Give me all your money." I'm gonna just take it.
So you're not a bank robber. You are an armed bank robber.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm getting in there. I'm getting out.
Whoever's in your way.
We can do this easy way or the hard way. Either you lay down or stay down. Stay properly.
Put the money in the bag.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving. It's not giving money high. It's just giving. Put the money.
I would never harm a fly. I'm real peaceful.
At least for now, because you have morals. So that's good. I would say for me, this is a hard question because, like, I've never thought about this before. So I definitely couldn't kill somebody for sure. So I'd probably do like some corporate stealing. So if I had like a high executive job, I'd probably like steal from the company like millions of dollars.
Because you know who they affect. They affect the poor people.
I don't have morals, so I don't care.
Mm-mm.
Like, I just want to get paid.
That's a nice check.
That's what these people in these high offices think.
That's what they do. We just don't know.
You just like them. Mm-hmm.
Listen.
But anyways, that was a nice little icebreaker to get us started. That's similar to how we start our podcast on a regular. And we definitely want to highlight y'all as entrepreneurs. And I do want to introduce y'all's game because in y'all package, y'all gave us this nice little box and this beautiful packaging. And y'all gave us a nice little velvet bag. So awesome, packaging. I really like that. And y'all gave us some cards to indicate y'all story, y'all rules. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just introduce y'all story and then y'all going to introduce yourselves for us, all right? So y'all story is Spill It was founded by 3 amazing Black women. And we thank you for shopping with us. So 2 of the amazing Black women are here. What's your other one's name?
Alexis.
So shout out to her too. And we created Spill It for groups of friends to come together and share in unfiltered, thought-provoking discussions. Our hope is that these conversation starters spark just as much fun with your friends as ours. So speak up, drink up, and remember to bring an open mind. Now, this version of the Spill It game is the wine version. And y'all do have an original version also. So make sure y'all go on Amazon. Make sure y'all support them. Anywhere else y'all got your business at, website, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so our official website is www.spillitcardgame.com. And I think we're also selling on Instagram too, so Instagram shop as well.
Okay, love that. So they have options. So I actually want to ask, how did you guys come about with being friends and meeting and then thinking, okay, let's create a card game? Like, how did that manifest?
Yeah, so the 3 of us, Brandy, myself, and Alexis, all met at Hampton University. We were in the 5-year MBA program in the School of Business. And we were, that perfect study group. Like any class that we had, like it was like, okay, we going to the library, we going to your house, we going like where are we going to get this done? And some of the classes were harder than others, and we'd be ready to pull our hair out and we would need breaks. And so we kind of just started talking about random topics. It would start with like I think Yik Yak was popular back then, so people would have like little debates going on in Yik Yak, and we'd be like, "What you think about?"
I remember that.
Or
before my time, after my time.
This might be before your time. I don't know.
It's after Aaron's time because he's older.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he probably know about Yik Yak.
First off, I identify as a 30-year-old. Right, let me rock.
But he's not. He's got to add about 4 years to that. But sorry, go ahead, Christian.
The Shade Room, like the Strawberry Letters on the radio, just some of those little, like scenarios of things that would happen and just kind of sharing our perspectives on them in the middle of these breaks. And, then, we started going to the grocery store, getting a bottle of wine and really looking forward to the study sessions for that reason. And it became like a tradition. So it wasn't just us 3. We started bringing in other friends into the fold, other classmates that would come to our study sessions because we needed to pass the test.
Right.
And so it just really became a tradition. And then we graduated in 2019 with our masters and started, the corporate, machine and, in our jobs. And the pandemic happened around like 2020. And we were, just kind of like talking about, hey, this is kind of ghetto. Like, I can't imagine doing this for the rest of our lives. Like, what can we do to make some money? And so I think it was me. I was like, why don't we, like, do a card game? Like, we used to, like, just put them on little index cards into a bowl, but, like, let's put it in a box. Okay. And that's kind of how Spill It was created. We created Spill It in, I think, like 4 months. Launched it August 29th. So this Tuesday is going to be our 3rd year anniversary of Spill It. Yes. And, we just been making people spill it everywhere we go. Just spill it, spill it, spill it, spill it.
I love that. We love entrepreneurial Black queens that are making a difference.
And Black kings.
And fun. What?
We like Black kings too. We've got
but we're talking about queens. We love the kings, but we're talking to queens right now. So yeah, we love your story. We did talk about how you guys are located in different states before we recorded. So Brandy is in Atlanta, Christian is in Cali, and Lex, you said, is in
she's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, y'all is all over the place.
I think that's dope though. Like y'all met in college and then y'all are from different places, so you can kind of just like, go back to where you live, but then also come together for your card game. So to bring other people together. So I think that's cool.
Yeah. So before we get into the game, I want to know how y'all get back to each other. Like obviously social media, text messaging, phone calls, different things. But don't y'all like miss each other? Don't y'all like want to just hang out together? When does that happen?
Do y'all book like girls trips and stuff?
For sure. I think the good thing about this is like we're actually friends in real life, not just like business partners. Like we continued our friendship and we kind of find balance in that. So like, especially now that we're getting like business can be a lot and we're growing, we're trying new things, so that can be stressful. So we like try to meet quarterly, and then homecoming around the corner, like we meet up, we go on trips. Like if
you want to go to homecoming,
it's a good time, okay?
I'm down.
It's a great time. So it's like we get together, and if like somebody's close to somebody and we can pull up on them, etc., we do that. We have game nights that we try to strategize if we're in the same area. For instance, like this April 2023, we all went to Milwaukee for a month and just like did business and stayed with each other and got things done. So it's like we see each other. We need that balance of in person and virtual. To like get business done. We meet every Tuesday and Thursday, so that's virtual. But like we need the fun part too, so we play hard with hard.
We have a plan, which is great. Like it's like we're meeting at this time, this day, so that we get the business, but we still have fun.
Yes.
Well, shout out to y'all. We're gonna get y'all on Shark Tank and all that. Get y'all at Target, Walmart, CVS.
It's coming.
We getting
I
spilled
would love to see you
everywhere.
guys at Target. I live in Target, so this would be a game that I would have picked up.
Yes, we
So
love Target.
manifesting that. It's coming soon.
All right, so let's get into this game a little bit, right?
Okay.
Sorry, I've been reading a lot, so I got to get my reading face on. So we're going to talk about the game instructions a little bit, and I'm going to read it verbatim because it's a little funny to me. All right, so the objective of the game is to share your unfiltered truth, so we encourage everyone to push the conversation past our starter questions and any basic answers. Challenge responses, relate topics to similar and current events, and let it snowball from there. Playing with the large group. So identify a game master. I'll be that. Sorry, guys. This person will be responsible for helping guide the conversation and ensure everyone's voice is being heard. In order to win the game, the person that answers all the questions in 10 minutes will receive $1,000 per question from the Spill It Management. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. That sounds ridiculous. So sit down, drink up, and stir the pot a little. So in the game, it features 3 colors. You got blue. You have purple. It is purple, right? Is it violet? I don't know the difference between purple and violet.
We call it kind of like purple sangria a little bit.
Purple sangria. We got blue. We got, I don't know what blue liquor is. Tequila. And then we got some yellow Moscato.
Okay.
So yellow is the level 1 easy cards. Purple is the level 2 moderate cards. And blue is the spicy hard cards. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around in the circle. Since Christian started, we're going to sneak over to Brandy. And we're going to go clockwise. All right, so everybody gets a chance. Y'all pick a color, I pick a card, and we go from there. All right?
Got it. Oh, wait. Should we start with maybe the spicy cards last, or it doesn't matter?
I like spicy. Dana don't like the spicy.
I like spicy. It's not too
It
spicy.
depends. We have some people that'll go right to the blue cards. They like, we don't want to, tussle. They want to tussle. And then you have some people that'll just like pick at random. And then you have some people that like to level up as, they get the wine flowing, the drinks flowing, and they get a little bit more ready to spill something from the purple or the blue level.
Okay.
I say we let the chips fall where they may. Brandy,
Okay, so
whatever color you like.
whatever card you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. I'm gonna go sangria. Let's go first.
Sangria is purple, right?
Yes.
All
That's
right.
right.
What is the first thing you judge about someone's house? A, their bathroom. B, their kitchen. C, their living room. Or D, their fridge.
Okay, it's for sure the bathroom. Like I am like the pull the curtain behind the thing, but girl, like I need to see like what happens is a given. Like, I don't go through like cabinets underneath, but it's the bathroom for me for sure. It's for sure.
See, as a dude, the first thing we do is make sure if a girl is coming over, we at least clean the hot spot.
Wait, Aaron, I thought we were going around.
We are going around, but we got to relate to that. We can't just because I know who she's talking about.
But you gotta wait until like we go around to say your
Well, why? Because I'm about to get to it.
Yeah, we know you're ready. So I think I'm next. So I can agree with Brandy 100%. I'm judging your bathroom because if you can set your ass on a dirty toilet, I can only imagine what other dirty things you're willing to do. So
That's a word.
yeah, like
Toilets really be like dirty.
your tub gotta be clean. What?
Do people toilets be dirty?
They do. They have rings in the toilet. Yeah, it's disgusting. I've seen it. I haven't necessarily like been to that point with that particular person, but I've seen it with like friends' houses. But yeah, like I'm judging. I don't care.
Did you leave?
If it's a friend's house, I'll be like, "Ooh, when's the last time you cleaned your bathroom?"
Real.
Like, okay, friend.
Yeah, guy, I'm leaving for sure.
Is Christian next?
I think so, yeah. So I agree with the bathroom, but I'm gonna go for another hot spot, and that is the kitchen for me. 9 times out of 10, when I go over to somebody's house, they got food. I need to know what's going on in your kitchen before I eat anything that comes out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hand me something that's dirty. I'm looking at your dishes. I'm looking in the refrigerator. I'm looking at the cabinets, like the countertops. Like if it's like slimy, sticky, and all that other stuff, I gotta go. I'm not eating from here.
Yeah.
And at potluck or whatever thing you say you cooking something, I'm not eating whatever you're cooking.
Yeah.
With the animals, like don't have no cats on the counter.
Oh yes, you got animals.
You gotta yell at Brandy like you yelled at me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Cats on the counter.
just to talk about a potluck though, Christian, when you guys go to potlucks at work, do you eat everybody's food?
No.
Or
No.
I had this one potluck a couple years ago, and it was for Thanksgiving. And one of my managers, he was passing out the turkey with his bare hands. And like all the black people, because all the black people that work together, like they talking.
Mm-hmm.
So we looking at each other like, oh no, baby, we're not eating that. So
No. I honestly, if I go to a potluck, I'm eating only the things that I know for a fact are store bought. So, like you talking about this is your grandmother's recipe, I'm sure it's nice in your household, but I don't know how you clean your chicken. I don't know what temperature you baking that chicken at. Like, I don't know if the barbecue sauce is expired in your house or not. I don't know any of that, but I do know that the baked chicken, rotisserie chicken at Safeway or Kroger is fine.
yeah.
As far as I
don't know.
know,
'Cause them gas station chickens be looking crazy too. So,
How are you picking up gas station chicken?
ain't Kroger a gas station or is it a supermarket?
That's a supermarket.
supermarket.
Oh, okay. I thought that shit was like a quick. My bad. We from different places.
They
But
do
I
be
agree with the
fast,
kitchen.
though.
They do.
I agree with the kitchen. The cats. No.
Yeah. So for
I don't know.
Aaron, for you,
I don't know how you do your dishes. You be using they be using that fucking the power wash Dawn that they don't even put dishwater on. They just
You let it soak.
they put the dishwater and just wipe the shit and keep moving. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight.
yeah, the kitchen and the bathroom. Okay.
All right. Dana, who's next since you moderate in the order?
I think I'm next after Brandy. So I'm gonna pick blue.
Let's see.
We're gonna get into the spiciness.
Okay.
All right. It's not that spicy.
Oh wait, was the sangria spicy? Which one was
No. Blues is spicy.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
If
blue.
you and your significant other are on a break, is sex with other people acceptable?
That's real spicy. I would say yeah. Because if we already said that we're breaking up, because to me a break is a breakup.
That's not a breakup.
Why not? Like,
It's
what's the purpose
putting
of
it
a
on a
break?
pause.
I don't understand breaks then.
We're gonna be back
Because
together.
I've never been on a break to where like, all right, we know that we're going to get back together. Like I would rather break up with you and maybe like eventually we'll rekindle things. But if we're on a break, to me, I'm single. So whatever I'm doing as a single person, it doesn't matter to you.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's how I feel.
Christian.
For me, we just gonna have to break up because if we on a pause, you doing stuff that you took a pass. I gave you an inch, you took a mile. I'm never gonna look at you the same. It's different if it's like, oh, we broken up and then like we find our way back to each other. Like, okay,
Right.
like clean break. But like to me, when somebody says, "Oh, we're on a break," that means y'all about to revisit this situation, and I'm gonna be all types of crazy thinking about all the things that you're doing while we're paused in the game. Like, no.
And
What?
that.
Like,
they're going to the next thing if they on a break, right, Aaron?
right.
I don't know why you putting it on me.
Going to the next thing, spinning the block on something else that you told me not to worry about. Like,
yeah, but it's different now. It's different now.
And we pause.
I have the mental awareness where it's not as effective if I was to sleep with someone now as if we were together. We are on a break. When we get back to where we need to be, we'll be fine. But in the meantime, it's all right.
And then what's the break for?
Right.
Like the break for like, hey, like
I gotta ask the question, creators.
And I need to take a step back and reflect on how I'm coming when we get into arguments, when we into it and things not right. You can't add like if you're adding in other distractions in the break, you're defeating the purpose, and you're just using the break to get what you want, which is for you to taste test and then come back and say that you got to pass. Like I can't do that.
I just wouldn't tell her.
Okay, that's another problem for another day. All right.
I'm just saying, like, clearly it's going. Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
So don't.
I'm gonna do. I just won't tell her.
That's right. Honestly, I agree. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandy.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. I don't believe in breaks, but I do think if you get into that position of like y'all are doing this and y'all call it a break, you definitely need to set a definition. Like you need to set guidelines about what that looks like. And also I feel like men be hurt. Like if we do the same thing, you're going to be more hurt about it than I probably would in general.
Most men, I agree. Not this.
Are going to be hurt. Or they could go and like sleep with somebody and it's like, I went out on a date and now you so upset and you hurt. It's like, the world is over. How do we care? So I don't believe in it. But if you do it, set a definition, set your terms, and have some guidelines. Just don't be out there guessing.
Right. Set some boundaries for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She can do what she want to do. I can do what I want to do. When we get back, we back.
But what's the point of the break then? Like, why not break up completely?
Right.
Because sometimes timing ain't right.
Okay, but what about this? So on the break, you messing with somebody, and that person gets pregnant, and you got to break
like Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
That's like Insecure with Lawrence and whatever her name was, Condola.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen it.
Oh, okay.
But like
little canola oil.
It's so good.
It's brick babies everywhere.
That's the problem.
we on a break. First off, I don't suggest
broken up is what we're hearing.
I don't suggest you having unprotected sex with individuals in the midst of trying to get back with somebody. I think that's crazy. I think you're setting yourself up for failure if she's not on at least birth control. Like, my nigga, you gotta get a little bit better than that. Or ladies, y'all gotta get a little bit better than that. The last thing I want to do is walk back into a woman that's pregnant. I think women are a lot more willing to do that than a man would, similar to what Brandy was saying, because that's a different kind of hurt. You ain't about to come back from that.
See?
Like, that is not my baby, and I ain't taking care of no other nigga baby. Sorry. I'm out of here.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next card. Christian, which one you picking?
I'm going to go yellow.
I love yellow.
People be sleeping on the yellow level, and it's not that it's easy. It's just that the questions are a little bit more like, what were y'all thinking when you wrote it?
Would you rather have chapped lips that never heal or terrible dandruff that can't be treated?
I'm going to have terrible dandruff that can't be treated and wear a wig for the rest of my life.
Aaron, what do you think?
Damn, that was a quick answer. When I was in school, when I was a kid, I used to get real insecure about my lips because we didn't have like money for chapstick and stuff like that. So I used to always like do like this on my lips. So I would never.
Did you have that white line around your lips?
At one point in time as a kid, I did because I used to do it all the time. Yeah. So I had to get really, really careful. So I never wanted to set on my worst enemy. Like, it was disgusting. So, yeah.
So you picking the chapped lips or the...
No chapped lips. Hell no, I don't want that.
Oh, so the dandruff you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandy?
It's your turn. Oh.
I hate to say it, I would definitely go chapped lips because I just cannot imagine my head itching all the time. Like, and then to be on your clothes all the time, I just like, oh my God, you're just like sprinkling as you walk. I cannot. I cannot do that.
Yeah, that's gross.
You can't wear black. I love black. Like, can you imagine sprinkly black every time you put on clothes? I cannot. I'm gonna have to choose the lips. But.
Okay. I'm gonna have to agree with Christian. Like, I'm gonna braid my dandruff hair and throw a wig on so I can see it and just call it a day. So I'm doing dandruff. I can't, because my lips, like, I can't talk with chapped lips. Like, it feels like
it hurt. Maybe crack.
You heard it.
Yes, so uncomfortable. So I can't. I'm gonna do dandruff.
All right, is my go?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go with blue.
We love that.
All right, on your demon time and money is low. What's your OnlyFans name and what assets are you showing? When I was on MySpace as a kid, I used to call myself Dick Dangler. So that'd be my.
As a child?
I was like 17.
Okay, he wasn't that young.
Yeah, so that'd be my OnlyFans name, and I show everything but my face. I'm just wearing the mask, and it's just gonna be everything dangling. Just that's what.
But you don't have tattoos though, right? So okay.
Very discreet.
Yeah, they don't know who it is.
Or maybe I'll get some right on my like inner thighs so they know it's me. I want to make this money. I'm on demon time. You know, it's time to make this money.
Okay. All right. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
Oh, it's my turn?
No, it's Brandy's.
Brandy.
It's Brandy? Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I have no clue. Okay. Dang, I don't have a name, but I've never heard that answer before, but that was such a good answer. Dang, I'm gonna have to put that in my repertoire. The mask feels crazy. I can see that in real life, like the mask. I don't know. I'd probably be basic. It'd be my feet. I just cannot imagine. Just the feet.
OnlyFans?
Yep.
They make that brand new OnlyFans.
Yeah, I heard feet.
Some French tips.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, with the little fetish, I get them done whatever color you want them. Okay, we switching it up.
And what men do is they'll pay for your nails and then they gotta see your nails. Like that's what they'll do.
Yeah,
so it's like I'm gonna pay you to go get your nails done, and then I'm gonna pay you to take a picture with your nails. Like these niggas is wild. Like
the fetish people be going, they paying good bread because they think it's weird or whatever, and they like pay extra for premium services. Like I could get down with that.
I could do feet. I do that now. Yeah. I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, because they have like a feet finder site, and yeah, I was like maybe, but I was like nah.
Nah, you need to do that shit when they be like, oh, you know that shit. You see that?
NBC?
Yeah.
Ice cream so good.
TikTok girl.
Yo, that shit.
That looks like it looks so painfully fake that I couldn't.
I don't give a
Where
fuck.
did that even come from?
The Canadian Jocelyn.
Oh,
I don't know what her name is. Pinky Doll or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's funny watching her go off on her son. She come out of character.
Yeah, I would look her up on TikTok just to see her videos because I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen her do it. Okay, is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
What would my name be on OnlyFans? I don't know. The name is kind of hard because Aaron, you got your name from MySpace when you was 17. You was already being like, out there.
Sorry.
So mine would probably be like, I don't know, but I would probably sell like titty pictures on OnlyFans because like they're just big. So yeah, if I needed money, I would just do it that way on my face. So yeah,
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I would call myself Honey Buns. Girl.
Honey Buns.
And I'm a model and auction off underwear.
Oh, front and back poses.
I'm gonna make an assumption because she's sitting, so that's probably a good idea. I'm gonna just make an assumption. It's just
assume that she has like a nice ass.
Yeah, because Honey Buns selling draws.
You know what? It's a tiny little cute little
cute or whatever.
It's something. Wait, so you say you would auction off drawers? Like, would they be worn? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna wear them on like my thing, and then I'm gonna say, hey, timestamp like which pair you want, and we're gonna have an auction in the comments. Whoever is the highest bidder, I'll take them off, put them in the mail thing, send them off.
Yeah, because guys do that, right? They buy
underwear, and they pay more if they use. They're nasty.
They some freaks out here. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Okay, whose turn is it?
It's Brandy's turn, right? Spinning the block.
Oh yeah, it's Brandy's turn.
Yeah. Okay, Jill. I'm gonna go yellow. Let's do it.
Homie hopping. Should you disclose any friends that you have history with to your partner? If so, when?
I don't think you need to give a rundown of your whole list, like your whole history. But if the person is going to be around in circles I am with or that we are frequently visiting, I need to know. Like, I need to be informed. And it low-key needs to be, like, before we get there, the first time we get there. Or if you, like, I just don't want to be the last person in the circle to know. Like, don't have me out here looking crazy. And it's not that I'm going to be upset about it. I just need to be informed. Informed decisions. So it's like, I just need to know.
I agree. So like how to like approach a girl. At least because I'm thinking of it as like, from my point of view, if my boyfriend like messed with somebody in a group setting that he's bringing me to like a cookout or something, I want to know you messed with this girl so that if she's looking at me crazy or trying to like be funny, I know where it's coming from because she knows that I'm your girlfriend. So I would say like for me, I would agree with Brandy. Like, I would tell him if we were, in a space where, like, but I don't know. I feel like if it was like family too, that's probably something I would tell. Like, if I messed with your family or cousin and I didn't know y'all were related, then I would tell you. But
okay, plot twist. Okay, let's say you're at the cookout. You didn't know, you absolutely had no clue you messed with the cousin and your boyfriend. So you get to the cookout and he's at the cookout. The cousin is there, your boyfriend is there, of course, y'all showed up together. Do you tell him in the moment or do you tell him afterwards?
Well, I got a real story.
Oh, we love a real story.
Okay, go ahead.
So my ex-girlfriend actually met on MySpace.
You love bringing it to MySpace.
Me and her, we finally like, yo, we official. I'm bringing around the family. We official. My homies come through. Now it's two homies. It's not one homie. It's two homies. And she had to pull me aside. She's like, I know them. Now, I'm like, you know them how? Like, what y'all be skating together? Because everybody in Jersey used to skate and shit. She's like, I know him from skating. I know him from skating. So I'm like, oh, you my man's like, this is like my best friend.
Him is what she meant.
But she told me she kept it a beat. So it was weird at first, my pride was a little hit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, damn, like I thought I was.
So when she tells you that, do you break up with her or do you kind of?
No. It was what it was because it wasn't personal. Like, it wasn't like she did it on purpose. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck your friend. Like, it just so happens that.
Yeah.
Like,
but it goes back to what Brandy was saying. Like, some guys' egos, like, they can't handle that. Like, if they find out you mess with, like, a close friend, a family member, they start feeling away and they automatically, like, let that get the best of them. And
it definitely got the best of me at the time. Like, I was tripping. Like, I was like, yo, you did what? But it's like, after a while, when you realize it, it's like, it's not her fault. Like, it's a small world. We are around the same age. They both in the same communities. Like, it just is what it is. So we actually good now. I talk to her to this day. Like, she's a dope person. He actually
like after a while. Like, is that like, was you like a few hours at the cookout? You like,
nah, it was like a couple days. It was like a couple days. I had to mentally, like I had to process that shit. Like, yo, and it wasn't even him because he get a lot of girls. So it was like, I could get that, but this one. Like, because y'all was flirting. It's like she was honest. She was like, yeah, I was flirting with this one too. Like, damn, that's the whole crew. Yeah. That's 30% of the friends I'll be around. Like,
I mean, I feel like you should disclose it. Because I personally, if it was me, don't put me in a situation where I'm the last person in the room to figure out what's going on. If it was like right when it happened, I'd be like, hey, hold on. Come with me to the car. I forgot something. And then we gonna talk about it. Just talk and let you know. You know, we gotta do it swift. We gotta play it like, you know, we gotta keep it playing. We can argue when we get back, but like since we here in the moment and it's happening, but yeah, I mean, if I knew like in advance, I would say something.
So you don't tell people from the rip. Like I know when me and my girl first started talking, I was like, listen, this is my phone. This is every girl on my phone. If you want me to give you a rundown of who is who and what is what, I can. And every single time you ask them that, they say, no, I'm good. But then when I introduce them to a friend, it's like, who is this friend? It's like, I gave you this opportunity. I come off like
I don't. It don't have to be a full contact list audit, but you know, if there is like, you know, there's some girl that's calling you or texting you, or we going somewhere and there's people coming up to you saying, hey, you know, what's going on? Or we about to go to this function, and you know that there's potentially going to be somebody there that you used to mess with. Like, I think you should tell me before we get there. Because, you know, somebody turn around and said, oh, you know, oh, isn't that little birthmark on his ass so cute? I'm going to be like, bitch.
It's right on the upper
right, because they're good at being sneaky. So
like
then, all right, Aaron. So I have a question then. So if you start dating somebody and they automatically want to just show you their phone, they're like, hey, you can look through it. Here's my password to everything. Do you take that as a red flag? I would say I would, because for me, like, if I'm getting to the point where I want us to be boyfriend and girlfriend, like, the trust is there. Like, the trust is on 100%. So it's kind of just based off how you move and how you respect me, of how, you know, much the trust will stay there. So if you automatically from the jump is like, oh, here's my phone, you can look through it, I'm not going to look through it. And I don't want your password and stuff, because, like, that's kind of sketchy to me. What do you
we do it on purpose.
My first question is, this was the last girl so crazy that now you just like, let me just give you the phone so that way, like, who hurt you?
Nah, that's not why we do that. That's not what we do.
But at the same time, like, I feel like the password thing, I feel like I like it if it's a little bit more organic. Like, we driving in the car somewhere and you need me to pull up the navigation.
Yeah, like my phone.
Like, here, take the password. Like, that for me is like, oh, okay, he trusts me, like, whatever. But for it to be like this thing, did you do something in the past that made her feel like she needed all your passwords, and now you like, I'm not going to do that this time? Or
it's also freshly cleaned out too.
Is it a ploy so that way you can get my password? Because after you give me yours and I'm going through your phone, you're gonna turn around and be like, now let me see yours.
Nah, most men don't really go through women's phones unless they really, really insecure. I don't see the need to do all that. But like from a give you everything in my phone perspective, is literally because I know that you aren't gonna do it. Because if you do it, that comes off as, oh, I don't trust you. So I'm going to check every girl on your phone. So I'm not going to act like I don't trust you. That's why men do it. It's like, yo, you're not going to put yourself in a position to show me that you don't trust me.
So y'all do that as like a test. Like, yes. Oh, she looks through my phone, then I already know.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what you want to see? What are you looking for? And if I'm telling you there's nothing to see.
That's games, though. I don't like that. That's
everything is games. Stop acting like it ain't games. We want to make sure that we put you in a good position where you can feel trusted.
It's not even like a good position though, because it's like, I can't really do anything with this. Like, I cannot visualize this person. I can't see how y'all interact. I have to scroll forever to see the messages. Like, I would have to care a lot, and I don't even put in that position at all. Like, I'd rather it needs to be like
deleted anyway. So.
It's freshly cleaned.
I like keep it in the home.
Yeah.
The moment you send the wrong thing, it's like, all right, delete.
See. Yeah. Crazy.
That was the old me though.
Yeah. Now you're wholesome. You're not like that no more. Okay.
Dana, she'll go.
Oh, it's my turn? I'm going to do purple, sangria.
How long is too long to be in the talking stage in a relationship?
Okay. So because I am currently single, and I feel like I can't get past the talking stage. Like, I really can't. And it usually lasts a few months where we're talking, we're texting. But for me, in order for me to want to be somebody's girlfriend or vice versa, like I'm going to have to spend time with you. Like we need to actually like do things together, and you're making time for that. So I would say I wouldn't put a time on it. I think it's just more so when you feel comfortable that y'all both want to move on to the next level, which is like, all right, do you want to be my girlfriend? You want to be my boyfriend?
Put a number on it. Give me 90 days.
No, because
Let's do this trial period.
Yeah. All right. So if we're putting a time frame on it, I would say probably like 3 months.
Okay, 90 days, cool.
Or 2 months.
Put a trial period on it because we all meet that representative, and we want to get through that. We know you trying to put on your best face. We know you want to be the best motherfucker you could be.
But I heard that lasts for like a year.
Okay.
Like even after
maybe that's how long the talking stage is to last.
Yeah, it depends per person of what you're comfortable with. That's why I said like how long you guys like talk and feel comfortable with each other. Now it's like, all right, let me put my guard down. I feel safe with this person. But that takes time with spending time together.
Yeah. The talking stage need to last as long as it takes for you to get to your breaking point with an individual. Like I need to know what it's like when we ain't on the same page. Because if we can make it through this, then we fine. We can figure things out. And then I get to know the real you. But if I don't see you in some negative light and you don't see me in some negative light, you don't see me in my struggles, then how are we really going to establish if we even meant for each other? This is why niggas is having babies out here with women that they ain't compatible with and then get mad when all of a sudden it's like, oh, why you making faces? I see you making faces there. But this is how that happens because niggas not going through the talking stage properly. They're just jumping straight into shit and you don't establish nothing.
Okay, so let's go around. Christian, what's your thoughts?
So I kind of look at it like, I feel like talking is, at least for me personally, this is my definition. So I'm a level set before I say it. Talking for me is like, I'm getting to know this person and then there's dating. So talking is like, okay, I'm trying to figure you out to see if I want to even invest time in trying to date you. Because even within that, I feel like there is like an exclusivity. There should be an exclusivity in dating to where it's like, hey, I'm seeing multiple people at this point in time. Or, hey, we're exclusively dating, but we're working our way to being in a relationship. I feel like talking should be like, maybe it depends if you long distance or like however. But I feel like talking should at least be like a month.
At least
like after a month, do you see yourself wanting to exclusively date and like really put effort into seeing how this is gonna work?
Okay, I like that.
Because I've talked to multiple people, but I've never gone on dates with these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different. Like going on dates and just talking, but then it comes to like, all right, well, do I want to keep talking to this person or do I want to actually go on dates or just cut them off?
Yeah, that's like even the date. Like it's like, okay, now we're investing time, we're investing funds, we're investing uncomfortability. Like that part of dating is when all that stuff starts to come out. Like, I'm about to take you on this wild date and see how you act. Or, you know, like, we about to spend some money on this thing. Like, are you tripping over that? Like, I should know all of that while we talking. Like, okay, he seemed like he's gonna trip over, you know, a dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's
if you tripping over a dinner, get rid of him.
Oh, D. That's right. Okay, so like, do you not date? I wanted to agree with you, and I was about to like, oh, I could sign Christian, but now I have a disclaimer. What? So, are you not dating while talking, or you completely separate those two things? Like, talking is one thing. Like, oh, we like FaceTime, we talk on the phone, we text consistently, whatever, and then dating is like actually going out and date.
I separate it because I feel like even when I'm talking, like I'll hang out, like, oh yeah, you know, like that's more like mutual, like close things, like, oh, let's go get drinks after work, or like, you know, let's go get coffee, or like let's go eat dinner. But it's not really like formal. When we're moving from like talking to dating, it's like, hey, I'm actively trying to get to know you. I see this thing being like long term. Like it's almost like a switch goes off for me. I don't know. Like, oh, you taking me serious now. But like now when we going out, like this is the thing.
Okay. So you guys have that conversation though. Like you tell them like, all right, so what, like, do you say, what are we doing? Like, how do you?
Oof.
Yeah. Cause I feel like that's a little like guys, when they hear that, they feel like, all right, there's pressure now. Yeah, like
what's going on here? I'm feeling you. Are you feeling me? Like, I feel like we should see where this thing could go. I'm willing to go there. Like, let's do. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Like,
and as you should, because
conversation, then we dating. Like,
as you get older, though, you don't want to keep just talking and dating. Like, you want to have that person that, like, you know, like, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. Like, if you like exclusivity, right, and monogamy. Aaron, we know how you feel about all of that, so your opinion doesn't matter in this. But like for most women, like we want that. We want a guy to be like, all right, you're my girl, so you know, like we together.
Real bad.
Yeah. And I feel like you do that too. Again, you're level setting, because if we're just talking, there's probably a whole bunch of other niggas that are in rotation. So once we get to like, oh, we're dating. Okay, well, what does dating look like? Okay, well, if this is like an exclusive thing, like, hey, all my eggs are in your basket, and that's how I want you to be. I need to come clean and say, okay, well, I'm gonna dead all this other stuff, and it's just me and you. Like, those conversations need to happen.
They do
at those different stages. Like, if you're just talking, but like you dating at the same time, or like what are the rules of engagement here? That's what I need to know.
Do y'all ask, like, I guess for the females, women, whatever you want to call yourselves, do you ask, like, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. She was like, you should never ask a man, like, what are we doing? Like, do y'all ask? Like, do you feel comfortable asking that question? Or do you feel like that's such a trigger? Or do you ask without asking type shit?
I feel like if someone's serious about you, you shouldn't have to ask.
Okay.
Like if someone actually wants to put the energy, because since I'm dating, there's different kind of men out here. Like there's some who they're like, oh, they're planning stuff. They're planning dates. They're like, what do you want to do? Let's do this weekend. When are you free? And then there's others where, and it's usually the ones that you like talking to, who they're just like very nonchalant. You're like, oh, now you're the one who has to ask them, like, when are you free? Like, when do you want to hang out? They're always available, but like you have to push that envelope. So I think a man who is serious about you, and Aaron, you could cross your arms all you want. This is my point of view. But like when they're serious about you, and then there's someone who like I kind of haven't went on a date with yet, because I already know like he's coming in hot. Like he's coming in like, I see you, I want you, so what's up? So that's a little scary, but I kind of like it because it's someone who's like taking the initiative and showing me that like they're not playing games.
Yeah, I will say.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Brandy.
I was going to say, is the person that you like, I guess it depends on where you're at in life, but let's say you're ready today. Like you're ready to like have another significant person. Like you're ready to kind of like lock in boyfriend, girlfriend. Like what makes you sideline that person? Like, is it like, I hate to ask this question. Is that person giving like medium ugly and the other person is like, the other roster is giving like, this man is gorgeous type thing, you know?
That plays a part. Yeah, the physical definitely plays a part, because if I'm very attracted to you, but like I know you have hoes and I know you're in the streets, I know you're not ready, it's kind of like I group them. This is a lot of information. But I kind of like group them with like, I know how you're operating. I know you're not that type where you're planning stuff, but like you're always available to do stuff. And then others, like when I'm free, then we can hang out. Anyway, Aaron, what are you
Oh, I don't even remember what the question was. I was so interested in y'all answer. I'll skip over to the next color. It's my turn, right? Whose turn is it?
I think it's your turn.
I think it's
Yeah,
Christian.
you just went, Dana.
Yeah, it's Christian. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I keep saying yellow, so I'm gonna go blue. I'm gonna go blue.
Ooh. If you came with a warning label, what would it say?
Shoot, my latest catchphrase is chaotic over here, but it's very sweet. I be all over the place. But
Honey buns is sweet.
I'm a sweetheart. I just be all over the place.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's my go? Oh, my warning label would say too friendly. Yeah.
Oh, you one of them.
You don't like
I can tell you're smiling this whole time, just cheesing. Like, why are you smiling? Why are you so happy?
Damn, but I'm too damn friendly, and it'd be the worst. I didn't notice it until yesterday. I'd be at the store and I'd be like super friendly with like the cashiers and stuff like that. So my girl be like, why you keep making them laugh? Like, why are you flirting with them? I'm not flirting with them. I'm just...
You make them laugh?
Yeah, I'm just funny. I'm funny as shit. Like, I'm a comedian, right? So it was this dude that was actually on my story yesterday, and he was doing the same thing. And this to one of the girls, he hit her up, was like, do you like sweets? And she was like, yeah, I do. She's like, well, I'll be perfect for you. I'm like, oh, this nigga he got it. I'm like, this is what I do? Is this what I sound like?
That's you, for sure.
I'm like, that shit, maybe that's not cool. Like, that wasn't cool. He was with his wife. She's giggly and shit. Like, oh, he does it to everyone. I'm like, yo.
Okay, so she probably accepts it. She's probably like, oh, that's him.
But she also probably don't have no other options, so. Yeah.
Okay,
that's terrible. All right, Brandy, what about you?
Mine is forever will go missing. I am the most wondering person. I literally just like I've been trying to
forever will go missing.
Huh?
You said forever will go missing?
Yeah, like my I always say this, like it's like will go missing. Like I just be trying to see what they be doing over there. Like we're like, what's over there? Like, you know, I forget to tell people I'm going, you know. I just
okay.
Yeah,
business.
and she loves going on walks. She'll end up on the other side of town somewhere walking.
It's a good time over there.
Well, at least you get your exercise in, you know, you just listen.
Just be careful.
But you gotta be careful,
You have to be careful. You have to be careful. I stop myself sometimes now. I'm more cautious of it. But like if it's something going on, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just be right back, y'all. You know?
Yeah, I would say just keep your location on, or at least have somebody with your location.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I share.
I'll hold on to your location. I got
you. Okay, thank you.
What?
Friendly. Being friendly. You just said it.
What about you, Dana?
Okay. I would say mine is controlling in a good way.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie. I do like to make sure things are going in the way that I would prefer. But I'm open to hearing different points of view. That doesn't mean I'm going to agree, but I still keep the floor open for you to, you know, let me know your point of view. Yeah. So controlling, but in a good way.
Balance.
Right. Balance.
All right, we got time for one more?
Yeah, one more, and then we're going to go into our last segment, which is our happy hour moment. So we'll get into that after our last card.
I love a good happy hour.
All right, I'm a pick yellow. You're out to dinner and the service is horrible. Do you tip them because they only make but so much? Do you write in a tip with a recommendation for better service next time, or do you pass on the tip that they should have earned? I don't actually believe in tipping.
Whoa.
But I always tip, no matter what, even if they suck. Only because I understand that they only make $2 an hour. But I will tell them about themselves after I give them 20%. And I'll say, you don't deserve this, and I will make sure that you know that you fucking suck.
You tell them to their face, or you write it on the receipt?
Oh, I had this horrible service. I was in Atlantic City once. Yeah, and this dude, he just was so nonchalant. The food was cold. He didn't give a fuck. I made it known that I'm never coming to this establishment again. You fucking suck. And I'm going to tip you because I want you to feel bad about the service that you got paid for. Because I want you to be prideful of your work. But at the same time, I was going to smack the shit out of you. But I'm friendly.
Wow. Okay. Brandy, what are your thoughts?
I'm in Atlanta, so it's 20% no matter where you go. So I believe in tipping. I definitely agree. I'm a tip off service though. Like if I could have it my way, I'm definitely tip off service. Like if you did your part and came over here, I'm down. Let's do it. Please tip my girl. But if it's like this was trash, it's like you did not earn this, coach.
Yeah. But you don't tell them though, right? Like you don't.
No, I don't think I've ever like taken my time out, and maybe I will, given good feedback in the moment of. So I don't, but I might start.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, how does the waiter take that if you say,
"I don't give a fuck"?
Wasn't that great? But you have to say that like when you're leaving, so they don't spit in your food.
Facts. It's got to be after the fact.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I would say like I'm with you where I'll tip based off service, but there are some places where gratuity is included in the bill just because of that, or like people just won't tip at all based off service. Um, but yeah, I think I would now I think I'm gonna just write it on the receipt of how I would rate the service. Be like, it was great, or they need to do better, or whatever tip or something that they did that I didn't like. I'm gonna put it on the receipt now.
That's good. A rating scale? I'm here for that.
Guys, we are almost at time, so we are going to get into our last segment, which is our happy hour moments. So it's basically a moment where we're excited for something that's coming up, something that we're working on, or something that we're manifesting. So I'll go first. I would say my happy hour moments is I am currently spending time with my younger cousin who lives in the city. And she's out here in Jersey just spending a weekend. We're doing like girls' weekend vibes. We went to the gym earlier. We're going to the pool. And we're going to the spa later. So, yeah, like that's my happy hour moment. Aaron, what about you?
I don't know. My day ain't been going too well. My damn car ain't starting right now, so I'm pissed off. But
you can manifest it not
being. I'm gonna manifest that Pep Boys do the fucking right thing today and get my shit in order. But no, I'm just getting ready for this cruise. I'm going on the Virgin All Adults cruise in September, so I'm just mentally preparing myself to not be around these kids. Luckily, I don't have no babies making noise. And that's my happy hour moment. I don't know. Peace and quiet is happy. So,
yeah. Brandy, what about you?
I guess from the split point, we are getting ready to launch a big surprise coming up. We're super excited about it. And so that is my happy hour moment. We're super excited for what we got to drop soon. It'll be coming up within the next month or so.
Oh, we don't get no Be Outside exclusive?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll be happy to give it to you when it's ready. But we are real close.
Yeah, because you don't want to speak on it too soon, right?
Yes, it's like it's a done deal. But as soon as we're ready to release to the public, we'll be happy to come back. But I'm super excited. It's gonna be great. So I'm excited
for you guys. We're excited too. Once you guys start posting what it is, we'll repost all of that on Instagram for you.
Thank you.
We support Black Queens. Well, if anybody else wants to make history with the Be Outside family, you can always email us at woawpod@gmail.com so that you can come and join us. We definitely want to give a huge shout out to the girls from Spill It.
Yes, Spill It game. Thank you for coming on. This was fun.
We also want to link the episode that Dana did with you guys where she was a Spill It MVP.
Yeah. Do you guys still have that or?
I could check. I feel like we should definitely still have it. I could definitely check that and get it to you.
Okay, yeah, that was fun. That was real spicy.
Yeah.
We definitely going to have a Spill It Hall of Fame when we go to the Hampton Homecoming. You know what I mean? So y'all just let us know. We down for whatever. Okay. That's October, right?
Yep. Last week of October, Halloween weekend, we are up.
I'd be down to go for sure. I'm not even.
Yes.
It's a quick ride. You driving? No, my car is.
I'll drive. Yeah, I'll drive down there. Yeah, your car clearly is in the shop. So I got you. All right, but ladies, thank you for joining. Aaron, this was fun. This is our last. I think this was our last Zoom. Oh, we have one more? Okay. Yeah, we're back in the studio in September. But yeah, thank you for joining us, guys, and people. Thank you for tuning in and listening. And we outside and we out.